Welcome to Run Repeat. I'm Brandon, and this is my review of the Nike React Infinity Run Flyknit. Nike released the Infinity Run to take the place of both the Nike Structure and the Epic React, which have been discontinued. The Structure 22 and the Epic React are worlds apart in terms of ride, stability, and fit. The new Infinity Run gets the usual Nike massive marketing push, this time claiming that their shoe prevents more injuries when compared to their previous support shoe, the Structure 22. So can the React Infinity Run take the place of both the Structure 22 and the Epic React? Nike calls their new Infinity Run upper material lofted Flyknit, and it's unlike any upper material they've used before. From afar, it looks like a soft knitted material, but when you touch it, it feels like rough plastic. The tongue and top part of the heel area are knitted. There's a soft internal heel counter and a hard plastic rim that wraps around the heel. This new heel setup is a step backwards for Nike because I experienced heel slip no matter how tight I tied the laces. What makes things worse is that the tongue has a booty construction, so you can't do a heel lock. You can also feel the lacing pressure through the tongue because it's so thin. The problems that I had with the original Epic React uppers still exist. The collar comes up too high, so you can't wear them with low socks or the collar will dig into your skin. I have to wear the thickest socks I have to add a layer of cushioning between my skin and the shoe collar. Going sockless is also out of the question. How a big company like Nike has overlooked these issues is a mystery to me. The toe box is wider and more roomy than the Epic React. The knit doesn't stretch, so if possible, try them on before you buy them. They were true to size for me. The React foam used in the Infinity Run is a different kind from the React used in the Zoom Fly 3 and Vomero 14. It's much softer and much springier. Nike calls their React foam their most complete midsole foam, but this is the third year that they'll be using React foam, and the novelty is wearing off. React just doesn't feel as responsive or magical as Nike's own Zoom X foam. It's also heavy compared to super foams like Hyperburst, Float Ride, and Zoom X. The Infinity React has a boat-shaped rocker midsole to encourage midsole striking, or M-strike as Skechers calls it. The ride of the React Infinity is super soft, and it's a max cushion shoe suitable for long weekend runs of distances over 20 kilometers. Nike doesn't say how much more React foam they added, but I estimate it to be about 30% more than the Epic React. The React Infinity feels best on long, slow runs at 6 minutes per kilometer or slower. Ride transitions are velvety smooth due to the Outsole rubber covering the entire outsole and the one-piece midsole. The React Infinity Run has a full coverage blown rubber outsole, which is what the Epic React should always have had. The Infinity Run feels even softer than the Epic React that had soft React midsole exposed to the ground. The midsole scrapes on the medial side under the arch. Nike should have extended the rubber right to the edges. The rubber used is of just average durability and not as tough as the rubber used on the Pegasus outsole. The shoe is surprisingly flexible for such a large stack height and flexes in the forefoot. There's a high toe spring to help roll you forward, but the flexible forefoot mutes the rocker effect because the shoe bends instead of rolling you forward. A thin insole is glued down to the strobel lining, but only in the front of the insole to prevent it from sliding around. Like the Epic React, the insole is so thin that all the cushioning is contained in the midsole. The Nike React Infinity Run Flyknit is a max cushion shoe capable of many long, slow miles. It's a lot lighter than other max cushion shoes such as the Ultra Boost 20, Nimbus 22 and Glycerin 17. The upper, while being more comfortable than the Epic React's upper, suffers from heel slip, which ruins the shoe for me. In the next version, Nike also needs to fix the loose-fitting forefoot, because it's a big problem for narrow-footed people. Even if the upper problems are fixed, the Nike React Infinity is incapable of replacing the Structure 22 or the Epic React. Overpronators who loved the Structure's firm, stable midsole will find the React Infinity too soft and too slow, while lovers of the Epic React will find the React Infinity just not responsive enough. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the review, like, favorite and subscribe to the channel.